I'm going to take this opportunity today to talk to you briefly about managing stress and diabetes. We could say what is stress, and the dictionary definition of it is that it's what we experience when we feel the demands or pressures on us are greater than what we think we can cope with. Now, stress is a concept that all of us, with or without a long-term condition such as diabetes, can relate to. There are additional concerns, of course, for people with diabetes. For example, managing the glucose levels, avoiding hyperglycemia, worries about the impacts of the condition on the family, worries about how they will cope at work, and so on. People face real changes and challenges in adjusting to variable functioning, managing their condition, and adjusting to roles when trying to manage any long-term condition. Psychological difficulties, of course, such as stress, anxiety and depression, are very common amongst people with physical health issues, and they can be best understood using current recovery models and techniques which help us to reduce negative thinking and patterns which are understandable but are avoidable in behaviours. We know that stress causes a rise in glucose levels in type 2 diabetes and in most people with type 1 diabetes, and it can cause real glycemic control problems. When people are stressed, they're understandably likely to deprioritise the diabetes management while they focus cognitive functioning on other areas of their life that are causing them stresses. This is very understandable. One of the things we can do, of course, is learn to manage the stress, and we can do this in a number of ways. For example, we may wish to try to look after ourselves. So, for example, eat well, sleep well, rest well, move well. So exercise is very important, and also reducing alcohol and caffeine in our drinks is very important. And also we may wish to find ourselves some self-help courses which are available through a number of organisations. For example, one of the things that we can do is we can go to recommended services and sites. The Big White Wall. The Big White Wall is an online provider that's free to access for people with an FY code, postal code, and on there you can talk to other people with similar problems. There are trained counsellors and wall guides on there that will direct you to various courses that are available free of charge. For example, there are self-help management programs on anxiety, weight management, depression management, stopping smoking, and many other topics. It is possible as well via the GP to get a prescription for a therapist or a counsellor, and what you can do there is you can access the site and book your online therapy face-to-face with a therapist 24/7. So this particular website here, very useful for people who work, who perhaps can't get in to see the GP between 9 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Also, if your stress is of a sort of practical nature and you need real advice and help on a range of issues such as finances or relationships, or if you're homeless or you've got problems with mobility, then you may wish to visit the Lancashire Wellbeing Service. And the Lancashire Wellbeing Service will provide you with a wellbeing worker who will listen to your needs and they will direct you in the appropriate directions to get help with that. There are also a number of other websites that are free to access and provide CBT that you can do in your own time. For example, the Mood Gym is very popular here. Living Life to the Full, the Chris Williams one, is also very popular. And there's one down here called Feel Better. These are for people who like to use the computers to access therapy. If you don't particularly like to use computer, then why not visit your local library for leaflets and books that you can get on prescription, and you can do the management that way, or maybe your telephone is the way forward for you. So there are a lot of free apps available on mental health, and they're available on Google Play and iTunes. There's also a Self-Help UK website with over 1,000 self-help organisations that support patients with different conditions. So there's lots of help out there before you even get to a GP or come to see a therapist like myself. However, if you would like to book a one-to-one session with a therapist in the area, then this is being rolled out across Lancashire. This is the Living Well programme. It's been rolled out from September. It will roll out across Lancashire, and it will enable you to book an appointment with a therapist and do some cognitive behaviour therapy in order to help you to manage both the mental aspects of the condition, the stress, as well as look at the physical aspects of the management as well. So what we're trying to do here is integrate mental health services and physical health services so that we can integrate those in a way that we get the best outcomes for patients.